Hey everyone, my name is Jamie Lee. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching this video today. Now today we're back with another swimsuit try-on haul and review from Berlook. If you've never heard of this brand before, I have tried them before on this channel. They make a really wide variety of different swimsuits, some of them with pretty unique patterns or pretty unique cuts, and specifically their focus is on more sustainably made swimwear. Now obviously I hope you'll stick around for this video, but I will also link my original Berlook review in case you're interested in that one as well. Now, I personally live in Canada. I would say shipping to me from Berlook usually takes somewhere between 1 to 2 weeks, so it's not instant, but it doesn't take a super long time either. And in general, in the past, and from the suit that I've tried on so far today, I really like a lot of their swimsuits. I feel like they are very cute. Once again, a lot of them are a little bit unique compared to some of the things you might find elsewhere, either with unique lurex, like really sparkly fabrics, or they have like tie-up ones, which I've tried a few now, but I always love that style, or with really interesting cuts. Now, I would say that they primarily carry really cute one pieces and really cute teeny tiny skimpy bikinis. So I have both of those. I also got more of like a moderate coverage bikini to try. So we'll take a look at all of that today. And ultimately, hopefully I can help you decide if you might want to try any swimwear from this brand. Now, in terms of pricing, I would consider it more of like a mid-range price point, not Shein prices, but not crazy prices like really popular ones on TikTok, the TA3s, the 93 Play Street, something like that. They're not quite that high price, they're more somewhere in the middle. And from my experience last time, I could say that they all feel very high quality. I really liked all of the swimsuits that I got, and I felt like they were all very well made. So hopefully that trend will continue today. Now I have 4 different suits to share with you. Like I said, I have a mix of one pieces and bikinis. And I do also want to mention, I got all of these suits in a size large. These suits, if you go look at their size chart, I would say they definitely fit on the smaller side of what you would expect in North America, at least. The sizing is definitely a lot more like Asian or European, in that like a size medium is probably around a 4 to 6 and a large is like an 8 to 10. So I usually wear a US 10. I got a size large in everything. From what I tried last time and the one I have on now, that sizing seems to work pretty well. So if you are in North America, I would probably recommend sizing up once from your regular size, especially if you're at the upper end of the size to begin with. And with that, let's get right into it with our first swimsuit. So starting off with a one-piece option, and I immediately knew that I would like this suit when I saw it on the website, because this is one of the ones with the ties at the back. I've tried multiple swimsuits like this at this point. I always feel like they look wildly flattering on. They just help to cinch in the waist of the swimsuit. So where on a standard unstructured one piece, it just falls straight down, like it gets stretched tight across, so you don't get any of this waist definition. Something like this where they do have the ties so that you can cinch it in a bit, they just help to really accentuate your waist, and I personally love how that looks. I think that it looks incredible and it feels really good on. Now obviously this suit is slightly higher cut in the front. I do think that you could shift it down a little bit if you don't like it a super high cut. I personally love a high cut swimsuit. I think that that looks incredible. Now this suit does also have underwire in it. However, I've talked at length about this. I find underwire in swimsuits way more comfortable than underwire in bras. I'm not sure why that is, but I actually feel like this feels quite comfortable. It's not stabbing into my ribs. It's just a nice thin underwire. It's providing really good support, good lift. Things look really good in my opinion. And then this does have wider straps, which I personally always find a wider strap will be more comfortable for wearing all day than a thinner one. The straps are adjustable, and then like I mentioned, you do have that extra tie at the back, so you can tie this up as tight as you want. I don't have it super tight right now. It could definitely be much tighter if you really want to look like super ultra sculpted, but how I have it tied right now, I could comfortably wear this all day and not feel like I want to rip it off. Plus, with that extra bust support, I could definitely wear it all day, which which is amazing. Throw a little skirt on over this, and this is something that I think you could easily wear to go get lunch, head to the beach or the pool, throw your skirt back on, go do something, have a drink at a bar, whatever. Definitely a great like all day option for a vacation. Now, in terms of bum coverage, I would say most suits at Berlook are a cheekier coverage. Some are obscenely cheeky. This one for them is honestly pretty moderate. I think it looks good. Where I don't love is when we get into thong territory, which we may slightly be in that territory with one of these. I'm a little concerned about it. Now this suit, because it has that tie and it is this like really thick ribbed fabric, I do feel like it's flattening out the tummy region a little bit. My period is just ending, so I am still slightly more bloated than I would usually be. And I do feel like this is looking like very, very flat for how bloated I think I look in the mirror, if that makes sense. But overall, I would say this is an adorable swimsuit. I think it looks really good. If you're somebody with a larger bust, I do think that you'll like this with that extra bit of support there. Once again, I have really nice high lift in this, which I think looks great. And just in general, I can tell you with certainty that this is the type of swimsuit that I would absolutely be packing to bring on a vacation. It's definitely a very cute and ultra flattering one-piece option. Now, it has been a couple of hours for me since trying on that brown bathing suit, so through the power of movie magic, we're back. The battery for my camera completely died. That absolutely never happens, so this has been a little bit discombobulating. I went and voted in the federal election in Canada, did a bunch of other stuff, now we're back. And next up, we have the exact bikini that I was talking about at the beginning when I'm talking about skimpy, teeny tiny bathing suits. This is really it for me. I've talked many times on this channel how I never wear low-rise swimwear. I don't wear low-rise pants. I took those off in like 2008 and never put them back on. I just always hated how they made me feel. I felt super uncomfortable. I feel like my tummy is always hanging over them. I just don't love it for me. However, with that being said, I know a lot of people love teeny tiny bikinis, so I always do like to show what they would look like on a mid-sized body to give you that option if it's something that you like. And I will be brutally honest here, I love this. I think that it is very cute. Now, the top for this bikini is once again an underwire option, giving you a lot of lift, a lot of support. Once again, we do have the adjustable straps back here. We also have an adjustable band. So there are a few different length options that you can use. So this is quite adjustable to your size. I feel like I am ever so slightly spilling out of this, but not enough that it would be super uncomfortable or unwearable. I think that for swimwear, this is doing pretty good. And obviously, I've said 100 times now, I love gingham. One of my all-time favorite patterns. I'm so glad that it's everywhere this year because I have been a gingham diehard forever. And I'm hoping that there will be even more stuff released so I can buy it all. Now, the bottoms for this, teeny tiny. Definitely much smaller than what I would usually go for. However, for the second time in the last month, I feel like they're cute. I don't know when my mind changed about this. I feel like these look cute and they feel very comfortable. Now, this style has ties on the sides and these are true ties. So this is quite adjustable in terms of like how tight you want it, how loose. I like that even though this is quite low rise, quite teeny tiny, it still has wide enough gusset coverage that it doesn't feel like you're going to have a lip slip in here, which is amazing. And the back, we're only going to look at for the briefest of seconds. It is teeny tiny. Very minimal coverage. When I walk around in this, it almost immediately becomes full thong. So this is not a swimsuit that I could wear anywhere remotely family friendly. This is something that I would be wearing like in my own backyard, maybe at an adults only place with my husband, but like very limited options in my personal life for where I would wear this. However, I do also find myself wanting to wear more stuff like this with the crazy rise in like puritanical, ultra conservative values right now. It really feels like young people right now are swinging the pendulum so far from like 2010s was we accept our bodies, we love ourselves, like we wear whatever makes us happy, swinging all the way back to like we're ultra conservative, we only wear milkmaid dresses or dresses with long sleeves and down to the floor. And I don't like that. As somebody that loves wearing like a super full coverage oversized outfit sometimes, I also want the option to still be able to rock a teeny tiny bikini if I want to. And I think that we shouldn't lose sight of the fact that when things become too puritanical, women's rights get stripped away. So let's just keep our eye on that prize size, and if you want a teeny tiny bikini to wear this summer, this could be a really cute option. All right, next up we've got another one-piece option. Obviously this time quite different from that first one piece we looked at. This one, much lower cut in the front, definitely a lot more skin showing. It's also almost completely open back with just the little string ties throughout. That does make it a little bit adjustable, which is nice because you can kind of pull it as tight as you need to hold your chest in place. And I have just kind of scooped everything up and sat it where I want it to be sitting, and it does seem to be staying there for now. Now, the strings on this are obviously much thinner, so as somebody with a larger chest, I can say I wouldn't be able to wear this all day. It would definitely start to get sore after a while. And because my chest is obviously quite heavy, like it is pulling down on these already, so just keep that in mind. Now, the cut on this one is a little bit higher, which once again, I've said this before and I'll say it 1,000 times. I like that better because especially if you're short, you got short legs, it helps to elongate them a little bit and not make them look quite so cut off. Now, one thing that I think fits me a little bit awkwardly in this suit, because I'm only 5'1", my torso is also quite short. Like my whole body is just shorter than most people. I just have a bit of extra fabric in the center here that I feel like there's just not enough torso here to like stretch it out. Like it's clearly supposed to be stretched a little higher, and I have nowhere higher to stretch it. So it's just kind of sitting a little bit like poked out from my body. It won't sit flush against me. Now, if you're even a little bit taller, I don't know that that would be a problem because like I said, you just have more body to kind of put that on. I don't think it looks bad. It's just something to note if you are very short, like you can definitely see in it from the side. I don't think that's a big deal necessarily. Now, this suit, like I mentioned, is pretty open from the back. It has the crisscross, and then this one is pretty cheeky. Like definitely not a full coverage, a lot more skin showing absolutely everywhere. So if you do prefer a one piece, maybe you just like how it feels better, or maybe you just want something that's a little bit interesting and different, I think this could be a really good option as long as you're okay with bearing quite a lot of skin. Sometimes I think something like this almost looks like a little bit more risque than a teeny tiny bikini does because people expect the tiny bikini. I feel like they're not always expecting the one piece that's just like super deep V down to your like belly button, pretty much wide open back, cheeky on the bum. And I think this is cute. I really like the pattern on it. I like the color. I just wish that I was a little bit taller so that this wasn't sticking out like this. And then last but certainly not least, I got another bikini, but I did want to show one of their more moderate coverage bikinis because they do have them. They're just definitely not as popular as their like skimpy little string bikinis. And I specifically got this suit because I thought that it was very unique. This color combo of the like deep foresty green with the light blue, not something that I would ever think to put together, but I think that they look great together. I also thought that the cutout of this top was quite interesting, and they did have other tops and bottoms in this same like colorway, as well as a one piece. And this is something I really should have mentioned this earlier, but say for example you love that gingham bathing suit but you don't love the top. They have usually at least 2 top options and 2 bottom options for like every single print that they release. So if you love how this looks maybe color wise but you want a different bottom or you want a different top, they usually do have that. Now this top, very interesting. Obviously it has the little cutout under there that has like a peekaboo of underboob from the right angles. Like it just depends what angle you're looking at it from. I feel like that's very cute. I know a lot of people will not like it, and that's okay. I'd like to show some of the more unique pieces because you can get like a basic black bikini anywhere, but something like this, I've never seen this anywhere else. Now this top has obviously much wider straps, and then it does also have adjustable straps. The band on this one is not adjustable, but I'm finding, like I said, I usually wear a 34 triple D. This is fitting pretty good, ever so slightly loose in the band, but not enough that it would be a problem or uncomfortable. Now I don't have like the most lift or support in this, but it's fine. Like it would be enough for going to the beach or going swimming for a few hours. Next we have the bottoms. Obviously these are much more high-rise than those gingham ones were. I definitely feel more comfortable in a higher rise bottom, but I don't necessarily think that it looks better on me. Like I liked how those gingham ones looked, but these are definitely very, very comfy bottoms, ending right around the belly button. The fabric on these feels great, nice and soft, really comfortable. And then these bottoms are actually surprisingly cheeky. From what they look like from the front, I assume that they would be much more full coverage. Definitely still cheeky, very cute. And in general, I like it. I like all four of them. Probably my least favorite is that red and white one piece, only because it didn't quite fit me perfectly. The other two fit great. I thought that they were really cute. This one fits great. And in general, I would say my overall opinion of Berlook is still, they make some really great swimwear. It's quite cute. Now, I know that they also sell like cover-ups. I've not tried them. If you have tried them, or you've tried any of their swimwear, or if you've tried any of their activewear, which once again, I also haven't tried, definitely let me know how you liked it down in the comments. I would love to hear from you. But in general, I like this brand. I like their swimsuits, and I do recommend them. If you're looking for something a little bit different, a little unique, if you like their style, then probably you will really enjoy the swimsuits from them. And with that, thank you so much for watching this video today. Humongous thank you to Berlook for sending these suits. I really appreciate it. I hope that you have a fabulous day and that I'll see you next time. Bye!